Hi there and welcome back to the History of Fleetwood Mac. I'm Anita. Today I'm going to continue with the box sets that I had begun the other day, and I started part 1 and 2, and then I was going to show you the remainder one, the last one, finally, the one with Stevie and Lindsay from 75 to 87. And what I was trying to show you on the side, it's really neat because when you get all of them together, they're very heavy. Try and show you here. It's really kind of nice because you have just this lineup of all the colors here at the bottom to kind of differentiate different colors of the boxes. Obviously, you can see the colors are a little bit longer lines on the top there. It's just nicely, I don't know, I think it has an aesthetic, fancy word. I think that looks very nice, but they did a really nice job on the box sets. And it's nice, especially they did a nice job on the box sets, considering that we're getting, scammed again because we're buying the same things again solely because they're in a box set. Right here. That's me doing it. Now this box set was released, I'm pretty sure that this box set was released as multicolored vinyl, which was the first time, and this was in 2019. And then they also got released singularly, so that if you didn't want the whole box set, you could buy individually. But they also released this box set as clear vinyl. I never have, and I probably never will, unless it totally just falls into my hands, get the clear singles. The only reason I say that is because, again, how many copies? However, I'm pretty sure that it's that box set that they included the Silver Spring single in clear vinyl. And people were taking that out of the box set and selling it for like a king's ransom. And I thought, that's just the stupidest damn thing I've ever heard of, because why would you want the single that's not with the box set? It doesn't, to me, it just doesn't count. I think I've mentioned that before, and I know it's really silly and childish of me, but that's just my opinion. I would want the single with the box set. The single is nice, but not for the price that they were charging. For the price they were charging when this first came out, you could have just bought the box set. That's just me. I want to say that they were numbered. It says a limited number edition of 2000. So that isn't many, considering how many fans there are. So yeah, I don't know how hard this is to get anymore. And this is number 105. So I got a nice low number, I think. I didn't even realize that, to be perfectly honest with you. And I guess, were the other ones numbered? No. Go figure. Ridiculous. So anyway, I kind of went over some of this with you, but it is featuring 5 essential titles on colored vinyl. Fleetwood Mac, as I had mentioned this before, and I apologize for doing it over again, but Fleetwood Mac 75 album is white, Rumors is clear vinyl, Tusk is silver, Mirage is violet, and Tango in the Night is green. So again, going in the order of everything, I bet I get this one right. So we will start with the Fleetwood Mac album. This one does have the sleeves, unlike the ones from earlier in white. This is a proper white. Again, this is more bone white than that kind of creamy. I know it looks kind of creamy in the picture. When I'm showing you those other ones from England, kind of matching let's see, I think this is a starker white. That's just me though. I think that this looks white against this here. That's just me. So that is the white vinyl. Then we have Rumors, which I know I showed you just the other day, but I'll show you again in case you missed that video. I do apologize. This one has the insert. Again, that was on crystal clear vinyl. So pretty. Why do my lips so shiny? I am kind of warm. I don't know what's going on with you guys, but tell me, please comment below. It's March 24th or so, maybe, something like that. It's March, late March. And we had like horrendously hot weather the other day, and then I didn't feel so good yesterday. And then I woke up today to realize it's like pouring down rain. Funny enough, too, my boyfriend left our passenger window down, so that was a fun fact. Went out to the car later and soaked, completely soaked. But yeah, and it's muggy in the house though, because we kept it closed because it's been too hot, too cold. So it just feels weird in the house. And I've been trying to open the windows every time I get a chance. But not only that, but also, and I think I mentioned this also as well, but tell me how much gas is we're around, because Jesus Christ. What a just God, funky weather and gas prices. I know I sound old. I am. But my God, ridiculous. These ones are kind of neat because this one was a little bit different. This is silver. This is an interesting take. They didn't even, kind of a pewter would have been even cooler to kind of go. I mean, gray is nice. Gray does go with it, but still. But these sleeves, they do everything. They do the internal, the inner and outer sleeves and everything. And but they're real fine paper. They're much finer paper than, as you know, the original. This is a cardboard, but it's a flimsier cardboard. The original Tusk ones were just really nice. This was cardboard and this was cardboard, but this is, way thinner paper. I mean, it's still nice paper, don't get me wrong, but certainly flimsier than this. And the cardboard is a far cry from the original pressing. So, but back in the day when you were paying, what was it, $16 for the album, you better make it nice. Here nowadays, paying $16 for an album is nothing. So, they can go a little bit chinskier nowadays, but still. So that was the silver vinyl Tusk. Come on. I know you guys love watching me struggle with this. Why don't just put them away at the end of the video? But you saw that pile, because what I'll do is I'll misplace something. I'll be like, where to go? And it's just right there in the pile. Cannot be trusted with my own collection. I'm going to get stickers made. Can't be trusted with my own collection. Mirage in the beautiful, again, kind of a flimsier paper, but kind of nice for this one. Kind of a nicer. If you remember, the Mirage one is kind of textured, and even though this isn't textured, I don't know, it feels different even than that Tusk paper did. It's kind of weird. And the violet, that I think is definitely different than the grape rumors that I had shown earlier. And last but not least, the Tango Night. Now this one also is quite shiny. This is a real glossy cover, much like the original had been, and I think that was kind of cool to keep it like that. So, like, I don't know if you can tell, but like, there's smudge. See that? So much different than the kind of matte of this one. This is shiny looking, but trust me, it's matte paper compared to the glossy. I think you can clearly see a difference on the two of them, how it looks. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool because I believe, I'm 99% sure that when this came out, it was kind of glossy like that. And sticking with the color and green, as they called it. When you first pulled out, it's green, but when it looks in the light, it does look like that kind of turquoise like this. Still got the picture label and everything. So what I thought that I had another box set to show you that was just like this one, and I am mistaken. What I got, and I'm going to show you next, which I never talked about, but I'm sure you guys all are aware of it, is let me get these back in there, is the alternate box set, which is a really nice thing to get. That one was also numbered. That one is pretty hard to find nowadays. It's still available, probably a little pricier. You might be able to find it like on a, if you did a little digging, if you were so inclined to get it anyway. And they too kept with the lines and the different colors, so it still looks nice. So it's a very nice companion piece to your alternate. Now, a lot of the alternate ones, if not all of them, in fact, I do believe all of them had come out mostly for record store days. So this was a nice collection. This one also was a record store day, so I'm pretty sure I'm accurate about that. So this was a nice thing, and I have them singularly, and I have them in the box set. There's nothing different about these. Fleetwood Mac's fan favorite alternate albums collected on 8 colored vinyl LPs. Now that's going to drive me nuts. Now I need to find out if they're different. So please hold on a second. Hold on. So I didn't open this one, but this is Alternate Rumors, and it is indeed on black vinyl. So let's open this, because I have not opened it. I didn't want to open it, but for you guys, for the love of my videos, I will open this one. It's still sealed. I didn't open it mostly because, like I said, I have all the record store day releases, but I am very curious to see what the colored vinyl for the Rumors one will be. So let's see here. It's kind of like an unboxing again, isn't it? Let's just do a couple of them. I just put a small little dent in this. This is really nice to have. It's so funny. Dawn got one at the same time, and she's going to try and resell it. Not to be a jerk, just to try and do it. Now, this said a limited edition of 13,000. That's a lot of copies. And I'll tell you what, initially, she couldn't get jack shit for them. And it took a long time before they were kind of worth anything. And I don't mean that like, they aren't worth anything. I'm saying I really thought that it would, I thought that they would kind of sell out and go quickly, and they didn't. This is really cool, just looking as the alternate, just because it has nothing on there but the picture. I always forget that because I'm so used to seeing it like this with the stickers. So that's pretty cool. That's fine. That way I can play this one and keep that one sealed. So this one is on clear. Oh, that's right. So all of these are clear vinyl. So maybe I'm making a mistake. I wouldn't be surprised. I still think I'm right about that other box set being all clear, because I know for a fact that Silver Springs is on clear vinyl, and that is not the alternate. It is a box set complete with Rumors and a copy of Silver Springs on the 12-inch, which, if you guys remember, if you go back and look at my Rumors videos, you'll see the 12-inch was a single with a picture. I think it's the back cover of the album on the picture label. And yeah, so I think all of these are clear. Let's just double check. This one looks kind of so alternate here. That's really cool. And then it has all the information here. I remember seeing that on the other one. Again, I hadn't opened the box set, so I hadn't really compared it. And I love when they do this. I love, love, love when they do that. Love it. And indeed, so all clear. Everything's going to be clear vinyl. Yep. So the whole box set is clear vinyl. Did they do that on Rumors and I just missed it? Let's see here. Nope. Nothing on. Oh, just black. Kind of nice. Kind of like the outside, but nothing special. Let's see if they did anything for the others here. Yeah, it's a nice color inside. No marks, but like kind of a nice brick color. And just like the LP, it's two disc clear. I think that Tusk is pretty good, but I want to tell you what, in a heartbeat, right now, I can tell you right now that Mirage is my favorite outtake, special editions that we got, the other stuff. And this might be my least favorite. I really didn't care for this at all. I'll be honest with you. I thought that this was one of pretty much what it was is that the recordings that they chose to be on the album were the just the upper tier cuts they were. And the rest of this is fine. It's Fleetwood Mac Live, but they're not the better cuts, to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't think so. Oh, this looks cool in this one here. They put like the Fleetwood Mac Live. Or it just says live over and over again. That's cool. Yeah, this was not one of my favorites. I think it had a couple that I liked, but certainly not better. The live album is one of my, probably, it's not one of my favorites, but I mean, it's when I listen to it forward to, front to back. I really, really like it. This thing though, good gravy. Every single cut, Love in Store, That's All Right. Can't Go Back. Everything is really great. This was a really great outtake selection. And this is just black inside, it looks like. Oh. What the heck? Oh, nice. It's the inside picture of them. See, can you kind of make it out? There's Lindsay. And I think that's John right there. That's cool. Clear. I think I've opened the Mirage one, but I will have to, I guess I'll have to do another video. I do apologize, and pull them out, the single ones, and make sure that they're all the same. I don't see why they wouldn't be. I know one of them for a fact is, so probably all the rest are, but yeah, I should just double check. And this one is just going to be the green inside. Oh, but it has kind of a texture. That's right. This one's pretty cool too. It has kind of like the leaves. The label looks nice too. And then clear vinyl. So that is it. And that just goes to show you how much I love you guys by opening up this box, because this has been sealed. But now it's kind of cool because I'll play them, you know. And that, you know, again, the whole argument, that's what they're there for, right? But yeah, this is one I kind of had meant to keep closed because, you know, of its, not so much its value, but I had the other ones. But yeah, I think, you know, this one's kind of hard to come by. It's kind of pricey nowadays. And so I'll probably keep this one sealed, and just play the ones, because not that I get rid of any of them, but I'm saying if I had to, or something came up, or, you know, I wanted to trade somebody or something like that. So, you know, I would rather have that one and keep the box set. So that's just me. But anyway, so that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed that. It's kind of a little rushed and as usual, Anita, not always having everything prepared. But I will definitely, not soon, not right on the heels of this, so I don't bother you with it again. But I will definitely another time pull out the video, the other ones, and compare this to all the releases that are open. And I may not do it for a while because, like I said, I'm not going to open this one, for example. But I will try and do the ones that I do have open and see if they're exactly the same as this. And if they are, I won't make a video. But if they're not, I'll bring it up, maybe as part of something else. So, but yeah, it's a nice little companion piece, and so glad I have it, and so glad I opened it with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.